but without a doubt, something that I'm the most proud of, and that is adopting my daughter. My biggest dream right now is to be in a Hallmark movie. I need to get a life. Now let's get into it, shall we? I will be reading the questions here because I kind of wrote them down and I made them a little bit shorter because some of them are extra long. So here we go. Do you speak Italian? Yes, I do. I've lived in Italy for over 30 years. I am fluent in Italian. How did you end up in Italy? Well, I used to live in the UK with my best friend, Sarah. Hi, Sazi. And we had just finished college and we had decided that we wanted to try something different, do something new. I'm not quite sure who had the idea first to go and live abroad, but that's what we decided to do. So we got out a map and we started to look at all the different countries and we tried to decide where to go. I think we thought about America, but it was a little bit too far away. I think we thought about Holland for a while, but we kind of like decided against that. And eventually we came to Italy. It was hard at first because we didn't speak the language, but we did meet some really, really great people. People like Alex Procacci and the brothers, and they helped us. I mean, they helped me so much. And I don't know if I ever really thanked them. And if I didn't, that's on me. And I will be forever grateful for their help. Anyway, after a few months, Sarah decided to go back home, but she did. And good for her. I'm glad she did because she went on to become an extraordinary businesswoman. She's doing really well for herself. And I am so proud of her. And I really want her to know that. What's your greatest accomplishment? I don't know if you mean career-wise or just in life in general, but without a doubt, something that I'm the most proud of, and that is adopting my daughter. We went to Sao Paulo in Brazil to get her. She was 8 years old. She's going on 22 now, but she's still my baby. Even though when I say that to her, she rolls her eyes, but I don't care. She is my baby. And seeing her grow, seeing her thrive, seeing her become the amazing woman that she is something that I'm at a loss for words. I truly believe that every child deserves a loving home, a forever family. People's going to take care of them and love them. And yeah, that to me is my greatest accomplishment without a shadow of a doubt. Is there racism in Italy? That's a good question. I know that there have been people who have encountered racism over here, but I can only speak on my life's experience and the things that I've seen with my own eyes and the things that I've been through. And to be honest with you, I haven't. Honestly, I cannot put my hand on my heart and say that I have faced racism because I haven't. I'm lucky, I don't know, but that's what it is. You seem to have accomplished a lot. Do you have any unfulfilled dreams? Yes, I do. I don't know if I want to tell you. Okay, I'm going to spill the beans. My biggest dream right now is to be in a Hallmark movie. I'm obsessed with Hallmark movies. I can binge watch them, whenever I have a moment, it's a Hallmark movie. I want to meet the handsome guy at the tree lighting ceremony or at some festival. I want to put on that hideous dress and meet him at a party somewhere. And he turns around and he looks at me and says, "Wow, you look stunning." I need to get a life. I know I do. I really need to get a life. I want to hear him talk to his friend, and I only hear half of the conversation. And of course, I get the wrong end of the stick. And I think he doesn't want to be with me anymore. But in reality, he's thinking about leaving the whole of his life behind him and kind of moving to my town. But I go up in a huff and he comes looking for me, and then at the end he declares his love. Now I wish that these writers would get it. I don't want to hear the woman declare to the man. I have no interest as in, I love you so. No, I want him to declare himself to her. I want him to get down on bended knees. I want him to look her in the eyes. Do you know what I mean? Why did you decide to do YouTube? This is not really an easy question to answer. I've always been fascinated by YouTube, but in all honesty, I never thought that I would actually be here doing it. But things change, life changes, and I know that, sadly, I know that because last year I lost someone very important to me, and my older sister passed away. And for several months, it was really hard for me to even just put one foot in front of the other because the grief was so raw and it was so painful. And we were really, really close. And even though she lived in the UK and I lived in Italy, everything we did, we shared with each other. We were really so much a part of each other's life. If I saw something on YouTube, I would send her the link. We would talk to each other on the phone for 2-3 hours every day. And on the rare occasion when we couldn't speak to each other, then it would be articles and articles and videos and videos and videos. So from going from that to nothing was a bit of a shock for me. It really was. It was pretty painful. So I was speaking to my younger sister, Karen, who she's become my rock, and we've become really close. And she really is actually an amazing woman too. She's amazing, an amazing woman. And I was speaking to her and I was telling her that I wanted to do something different in the new year, 2024. I wanted to try my hand at something different. I wanted to get out of that rut and out of that funk that I was in. And she said to me, well, why don't you do YouTube? And she said, I think you'd be good at it because, you have been through a lot and you can share a lot. So I thought about it and here I am. And doing something new is kind of healing for me. How are you so confident? I don't even know that I am. All I know is that I'm never going to be up on myself. Why would I do that? And the strange thing is that at this point of my life, I am probably in the worst condition that I have been in for a long time. Because, since I've been in mourning, I've put on a few pounds. I have problems with my eye. There's a whole lot of things going on. But you know what? I'm still going to love myself. And why wouldn't I? And I'm still putting myself out there for everyone to see because it is what it is. I'm not going to hide away. And one song that has become part of my life soundtrack is This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. And that's it. This is me. This is me in the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's not a question of being confident. It's just loving yourself, respecting yourself. And at the end of my videos, I say, be kind to yourself and to others. And it's not something that I just throw in there just because. It has a meaning for me because oftentimes we're quite prepared to give other people a second chance and to be kind to them maybe, but sometimes we will beat up on ourselves and we're not so forgiving towards ourselves. And we need to be. Am I where I want to be right now when it comes to fitness? No, I'm not. But until I get there, I'm still going to love myself anyway. And I hope that you feel the same way. I hope that if you need to make changes in your life, do so. But while you're doing so, still love yourself. And don't let anybody make you feel that you're less than because you're not who or where they think you ought to be. Am I afraid of haters? No, not really. I mean, do I want to have somebody write mean, cruel comments to me or say something nasty to me? Of course not. But what you're going to do, it is what it is, right? I mean, look, it doesn't matter how successful you are, how pretty you are, how thin you are, Doesn't matter what you're doing, there's always going to be someone who's going to hate on you, I think. And if you can accept that and know that to be a reality, it's not going to hurt so much when it happens. I'm definitely not going to lose sleep over it. Absolutely not. You seem to have visited lots of places. Where is somewhere where you haven't been? And what is one of your most memorable countries? A place where I've never been, and for some reason I'm just so attracted to it, is Hawaii. I don't know if it's because the colors seem so bright, the sand, the sea, but it just seems so beautiful. And the music of a Hawaii Five-O when I was a young girl, I don't know, the culture, the people. I just think it's a place that I would really enjoy seeing. I don't know if or when I get the chance to go, but it seems like a magnificent place. As for my most memorable holiday, well, it's memorable, but not for the right reasons. Years ago, my husband and I, we went to the Dominican Republic. And after a few days, he said to me, let's go horse riding. Now, my first instinct was, hell no, I ain't doing that. But because I had basically dictated all the rest of the holiday, which was to lay out on the beach and to sunbathe and drink cocktails all day, I thought it was a bit unfair to deny him this one request. So I thought, okay, I can do that. So we went to the stables and my husband, he got on his horse. And his horse was it was so happy. It was like moonwalking, and it was like drop it like it's hot and just drop it like it's hot. And he was like dipping, and he was just, yeah. And he was kind of like saying hello to everybody that he passed. I have never in my life seen such a happy horse. I didn't know it was a thing. So I thought, okay, this is okay. This isn't going to be so bad because the horses seem friendly and nice and tame. So okay, let me get on my horse. So I got on my horse. Why is it that I sit in front of this camera and then I automatically start to tell on myself? I got on the horse and I was a lot lighter then. But I got on my horse and suddenly the horse just went, I can't laugh. The horse just looked so depressed. He started to walk. His tongue was hanging out. His eyes rolled back into the back of his head. And when he was walking, he was just like dragging his foot and just dragging his foot. I have never seen a depressed horse. So I thought, no, oh hell no, this is too bad. Let me get off this horse before I kill him. So I called his handler and he was walking up ahead. And I said, I need to get off this horse. I'm going to kill this thing. And this handler said, no, horse happy, horse happy. And I said, no, it's not. This horse is going to need therapy. I need to get... I was convinced that I killed this horse and no one can tell me different. I felt so guilty. I felt so bad. Now I'm going to read really quickly an email that I got from someone who was listening to my channel. She tells me that her brother, she had two brothers, they kind of shaped her musical taste over the years. And she goes on to say, growing up, my older brother was a huge influence on me musically. He introduced me to the 80s classic rock songs, which have become ingrained in my soul. Songs like Come Sail Away and Mr. Roboto by Styx. And I have to say, I've never heard of this band. I went to listen to your songs and thank you so much for sharing. So I've learned something new and I love that. So thank you. Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. And of course, the iconic Hotel California by the Eagles. We grew up in Canada, immigrating from Jamaica with our parents when we were young. These tunes were not typical songs. that our peers were listening to, but these songs provided the soundtrack to our formative years and also ignited a passion for classic 80s rock music that continues to resonate with me today. Then she goes on to talk about her brother, who is an artist, and how much she is a fan of his. And then she finishes saying, their influence has not only enriched my appreciation for music, but has also provided me with a soundtrack to accompany every moment of my life. My musical identity is so vast and so unexpected, but truly mine. I have so many great songs that move me. I will continue my journey of musical discovery, adding new songs to my soundtrack of life. I look forward to engaging with your new YouTube channel. Regards, Lo. Thank you so much, Lo, for taking the time and writing to me. I appreciate it. And I must admit, I never realized just how hard many people find it to actually think about songs that are important to them and their life. And I challenge you all to find the song, one or two or several songs that are important to you, like Loaded, and tell me why they are important to you and what difference these songs and this particular genre of music has made in your life. Thank you so much for stopping by. It has been fun. I hope to see you soon. But until then, be kind to yourself and to others. Take care. Bye for now. Ciao.